The 2020 McLaren Senna LM. The 2020 McLaren Senna LM is a limited edition supercar built by the McLaren Special Operations division. Designed to commemorate 25 years since the iconic McLaren F1 GTR won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1995, the 2020 Senna LM is a spiritual successor to the P1 LM, which in turn followed the iconic F1 LM. Unlike other versions of the Senna LM wasn't commissioned by McLaren. This supercar, limited to just 5 units, was commissioned by the McLaren Orlando and McLaren North Jersey dealerships, so it's a US exclusive model. What makes the 2020 McLaren Senna LM special? Design-wise, the Senna LM is mostly a standard Senna with some upgrades. The first thing that catches the eye in the front are the vents in the upper fenders, just above the headlamps. These are clearly a tribute to the race-spec F1 GTR, and we can find something similar on the original F1 LM too. The car's profile boasts just a couple of changes compared to the regular Senna. The supercar rides on center-lock aluminum wheels from Oz, while the side skirts and the wing panels both feature LM decals. The rear is again identical to the standard Senna, but the 4 exhaust pipes that come up through the area above the fascia are finished in a unique satin gold color. The rear fascia boasts an MSO badge. Finally, the Senna LM is finished in McLaren orange, a tribute to the company's iconic papaya orange. The latter was used on the iconic F1 LM, and it was based on the racing color that McLaren featured in the Can-Am series in the 1960s. The interior of the Senna LM is draped in orange upholstery that matches the exterior paint, but it also features bespoke pedals finished in titanium nitride. The seats include LM embroidery on the headrests, but you'll also find a badge with yellow LM lettering that confirms the car as one of only 5 produced. The Senna LM also includes a special commemorative decal that includes the date when the McLaren F1 GTR won the 24 Hours of Le Mans race. The Senna LM is actually a Senna GTR under the hood. This limited edition model is powered by the twin-turbo, 4.0-liter V8 engine that cranks out 814 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque in the GTR model. That's 25 horsepower more than the standard McLaren Senna, while torque is identical. The LM features a couple of updates, too, including polished ports and cylinder heads, as well as a 24-karat gold heat shield for the engine bay, just like the original McLaren F1 has. There's no word on performance yet, but the Senna LM should be just as quick as the standard Senna and hit 60 miles per hour from a standing start in 2.7 seconds. Top speed should be identical at 211 miles per hour. There's no information on the LM's price either, but expect it to cost notably more than the Senna, which retails from around $1 million. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that each LM costs more than the Senna GTR itself, which comes in at around $1.7 million. But despite the expensive sticker, McLaren Orlando and McLaren North Jersey will have no issues in finding 5 customers for these exclusive supercars. McLaren Lm Heritage. McLaren introduced the first LM badged model, the F1 LM, in 1995. Production of the F1 LM followed the company's triumph at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it was essentially a road-legal version of the F1 GTR. Compared to the standard F1, the F1 LM was some 130 pounds lighter. It featured aerodynamics derived from the GTR race car, and a race-spec GTR engine without the FIA spec restrictors. This resulted in a total output of 671 horsepower, 53 more than the regular F1. Updates also included better brakes and a revised gearbox and clutch. The F1 LM needed 3.9 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour on its way to a top speed of 225 miles per hour. McLaren built 5 LM cars plus a prototype. All cars were painted in papaya orange. The LM badge returned for the first time in 2016 on the P1, the company's spiritual successor to the F1. The P1 LM was developed by Lanzante Motorsport, which commissioned MSO to build a further 6 new P1 GTRs after production of the P1 was complete. Lanzante basically turned the P1 GTR into a road-legal vehicle by installing a catalytic converter pipes and exhaust headers, but also removed the air jack system and modified the aerodynamics. The P1 LM turned out 132 pounds lighter than the P1 GTR, while also generating 40% more downforce. 5 of the 6 P1 LMs were sold to customers, while the 6th car, a prototype, was retained for development and testing of future models.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.